Hello my friends, Namaste. Welcome back to day 3 of our Pranayama and Breathwork course. In today's video, we're gonna dive a little bit into traditional Pranayama, because nowadays we have all these energizing breathwork techniques. We have so many various names: shamanic breathwork, psychedelic breathwork, Wim Hof, energy breathing, and so forth. But actually, all these breathwork techniques, their roots lie in ancient India, in the traditional practice of Ashtanga yoga, the 8 limbs of yoga. The 4th limb represents pranayama, to control the life force. First we practice the asanas, the do's and the don'ts, all the rules and regulations of a yogi. Then we practice yoga asanas, and then when we are ready to sit, then we practice pranayama. When we practice pranayama, we can learn to control the life air, the vayus, all this air circulation in our body, to regulate digestion, the movements, the muscles, the eyesight, to create saliva, to speak, to feel sensations. Everything is related to the breath, because it's the life force. When we eat too much, we overeat for example, then the life force has no space, and then we can't digest properly. It's like a fire without any air. It will not burn. And that digestive fire, the same, needs some air, some prana to burn all the food we intake, to really get out all the nutritions, that our metabolism can function properly. There's so many functions of prana, but the main goal is actually to reverse the apana-vayu, the exhalation, and the pranavayu, the inhalation, the upward flowing and the downward flowing breath. You neutralize it with certain techniques, that it actually reverses, merges, and then you come to a point where you don't need to breathe anymore, called kumbhaka. We have puraka, rechaka, kumbhaka, inhalation, exhalation, and breath hold. And breath hold, we have bahya and antara kumbhaka. Bahya kumbhaka is after an exhalation, antara kumbhaka is after an inhalation. And then we want to come to kevala kumbhaka, that first you exhale, you hold the breath, but at a certain point you come into such a deep state of mind that you almost don't breathe anymore, that the breath hold happens automatically, and then the mind will be completely centered and you can experience your higher self. By daily practice, this has amazing benefits. I know not all of us can practice pranayama for 1 hour daily. Usually what I recommend is practice Kapalabhati, 3 rounds, then Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing for 10 to 15 minutes, then do some energizing pranayama, and then you end with Bhramari, with something very soothing, and take time for meditation. So you can have a nice pranayama session in just 30 minutes. You can of course do just shortly Kapalabhati for 2-3 minutes, the Nadi Shodhana for 5 minutes. You have to see, when you have lots of time, then take your time. The more you breathe in the morning, the more time you will have during the day. We think, I have no time, I can't do it. But so many times we sit in front of the television, we read the newspapers, we just talk with friends on the phone, spacing out on Facebook, on YouTube. So instead of wasting all this valuable time, we can just sit down and focus on our breath. And then you will see, you will have more energy, more focus, and you will have more time. Your time management will be much better. You will be not so much stressed or in anxiety. So it's worth it, even if you just breathe 5 minutes a day, but make it to a daily habit. Find your techniques, what you like the most, and then practice it on a daily basis. In the morning, lunchtime and evening, preferably with empty stomach, so don't eat before. In the evening you do more soothing pranayamas, in the morning more energizing, but mix it, combine it with the more calming pranayamas, so that you energize the system, but then again deeply relax. And for lunchtime you can do some digestive pranayamas, Kapalabhati, Bhastrika, Surya Bhedana. All these techniques we're going to learn today. We start the session with a short spinal breath to open up the energy system. Then we're gonna do maybe 6-7 techniques today. I know it sounds a lot, but there's no harm if we practice it properly, if we take our time, then we can learn these techniques and apply it today. First we focus on the breath, into the belly, diaphragm, chest, like we learned from the first video, the 3-step yogic breathing. Then we apply some Ujjayi breath to really slow down the breath, to get control over our breathing muscles, to breathe as long and calm as possible. Then we're ready for the session. We will do Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati is the shining skull breath. Many people think it's the breath of fire. It's related, but actually it's one of the Shat Kriyas, one of the 6 purification practices you can do in the morning. And Kapalabhati is perfect to really bring all this energy, all this waste, all these toxins out of your body, and to really move the energies up, to release, to free the nadis, the subtle energy channels, so that your nervous system can function properly, that the life force can flow in the right order. And Kapalabhati is a forced exhalation and a passive inhalation. You can try out, you place your hand on your belly and then just take 2-3 breaths into the belly and out through the belly, just normally. Just get in touch with the feeling, feel the navel area, the belly area. Because when we practice Kapalabhati, we only focus on the belly. We try to open our nostrils, that you can properly breathe out, not too much pushing. Then you focus on the exhalation, keep your spine straight, rest of the body relaxed. Inhale, then you exhale fully, and then slightly inhale, maybe 10%. And then you start. You see, I just moved this belly. The rest of the body is as much relaxed as possible. I close my eyes, I focus on the third eye, the point between the eyebrows, and then I pump all the energy up. We will do 3 rounds. First round we're gonna do 20 breaths, very slow. The second round we're gonna do 30 breaths, a bit faster. And the last round 50 breaths, again the same speed like at the second round. If you're already more experienced, you can do it faster, you can do more. Otherwise, you just tune in. It's not about how fast, how many numbers. Make use of each breath, each exhalation. Feel the pumping, feel the energy, and then focus on your third eye, because you bring all this drive, all this life force, all the way up to your higher centers, and you can really open up the energy system. It's a great way to improve your digestion. Also, when you feel a little bit cold, it brings some heat into the system. Make it to a daily habit. Kapalabhati is such an amazing practice. If you do this every day, you can experience so much changes in your mental and physical health. Then we practice Nadi Shodhana, also called or known as Anulom Vilom. Anulom Vilom means with the line and against the line. Like you have a beard, you shave the beard with the line, or you shave it against the line. Alternate nostril breathing. Alternate nostril breathing, the way I learned it is, you inhale, always start with the left and end with the left. You inhale for the left, you hold the breath just for a second, you exhale through the right. Inhale through the right, exhale through the left. And then you do a couple of rounds. You can do 10-15 minutes. I recommend to do at least 10 to 20 rounds. 1 round means in, out. Yeah? Or you practice Nadi Shodhana, or you practice both. Nadi Shodhana would be the nadis, the subtle energy channels, and Shodhana means to purify, to cleanse. So that really helps us to cleanse the nadis. Also the alternate nostril breathing, don't underestimate, but a bit more powerful, from my experience, is Nadi Shodhana, because you hold the breath. For example, what the yogis teach is you inhale for 4 seconds, then you hold the breath, 4 seconds in, then 4 times the amount you hold the breath means 16 seconds, and then twice the amount, like the inhalation, you exhale 8 seconds. 4 seconds in, hold for 16, 8 seconds out. And in the beginning maybe it's too long, might be too much. You can inhale for 3 seconds, 3 times the amount, 12 seconds hold, 2 times, 6 seconds out. A more advanced version would be you inhale, you hold the breath, maybe for 10-20 seconds, you exhale, and again you hold the breath for 10-20 seconds. What I like, I don't count, but I'm more experienced with this practice already, so I can feel that I almost breathe in and breathe out equally. I hold the breath equally, but I like to inhale, then I hold the breath, and when I come to a point that I can't breathe anymore, I release. I never create tension. That's very important, that we keep calm, that we don't create too much tension, that we really centered, because otherwise we run out of air, we can't breathe properly, we force ourselves, and then the opening of the nadis, of the energy channel, is not happening properly. We create more passion, more rajas, more fire. Then you hold the breath again for as long as you can after the exhalation, and this really helps you to center yourself very deeply. In this moment where you hold the breath after the exhalation, this is the moment where you can go very deep in your spiritual practice. Then again, you inhale, you hold the breath, I focus on the third eye for as long as I can, then I exhale again with the left, and I hold the breath. It will take some time. It is said if you practice this 3 times a day for 21 times, you will perfect the practice of pranayama. I did it once 21 times. It's not so easy. You have to practice before some other techniques. You can't just start with 21 times because it goes very deep. You might run out of air. It's too much opening, too much energy. So we start with 3 rounds, 5 rounds, then 7 rounds, and gradually we increase. For the practice today, you can decide how you want to breathe, because I will guide you, and it's difficult to count all the time. The numbers can be very disturbing. What I usually do in a yoga session, I tell them breathe in, hold for a moment, exhale, hold for a moment, inhale, hold, exhale, hold. And then after 2-3 rounds, I will tell you to find your own breathing rhythm. The counting helps in the beginning, but actually, when we don't count, we can really focus on the flow of prana and meditate on the prana energy, how it enters, how it emerges in the third eye, how it leaves the system. See the flow of prana, feel the flow of prana. Because when we meditate, that it's not just air, it's actually prana energy, then you have much more benefit by breathing, just by taking a normal breath, and you realize you breathe in life force. That's such an amazing experience, just by consciously take in the prana energy. When you drink water, consciously meditate. This is prana energy. When you eat your food, remember, it's the same prana energy in a different shape. Then you will get so much benefit from all these techniques. The third technique we're gonna do is called Bhastrika, and Bhastrika would be actually the breath of fire, because Bhastrika is a forced inhalation, forced exhalation. Kapalabhati, forced exhalation, passive inhalation. It's very similar. So we inhale, equally in, equally out. Maybe 1 second in, 1 second out, or 2 seconds in, 2 seconds out. When we get more in touch with it, we want to be more fast, a little bit more deep. And this technique, it actually said, it destroys the granthis, the entanglements to this material world, all these karmic reactions, the false ego, the identification with I and mine, all the urges we have. If you practice this on a daily basis, it really removes all the toxins, all the negative energy in your system. Also, it awakens the sleeping snake, Kundalini. So if you want to have, at one point in your life, a Kundalini awakening, means to free the energy channels, to make place. Kundalini is more the sleeping snake. When we say Kundalini energy, it's actually not right, because everything is prana, the Shakti, the energy. You open up so to say, this area, Kundalini, and then prana energy will enter into Sushumna Nadi, the main energy channel. We first purify with Nadi Shodhana, the Pingala and Ida, the energy channels along our spine, going like, you know, this medical sign, you have the stick or the snake, and then you have this spiral shaped lines. So this is actually the representation of Kundalini. Very interesting that you use this for pharmacies, for emergency cars, and in the medical field. So Kundalini energy comes from the root of your spine, the Muladhara chakra, and then it moves in this way and it crosses over all the chakras. Yeah? And then it meets on the crown. And then we open up to certain practices, then prana, the life force, can enter, and then it will move to the higher energy centers. And then you will get this feeling of enlightenment. You will experience your higher self, that you're not this body, you're not the mind, that you're part and parcel of the divine consciousness of God himself. I never had a full Kundalini experience, but I had certain glimpses, like the drop of the ocean. And probably many of you already experienced it. In mantra meditation, when you dance, when you meditate, then we come sometimes in a certain state what is really far out. So by constantly practice, we can go into the stages. It takes some time. We don't want to do it like just in one session. Nowadays people go to other yoga teachers and give them some herbs, and then they lie down and then they awaken their Kundalini and they lift the spine and shaking their bodies, and this all works. It's not just hocus pocus, but it is very dangerous. If we are not ready, if the nadis are not purified, if our blood is not purified, if the energy centers are imbalanced, if we still eat meat, taking drugs, harm other people's, steal, lie, cheat, all these bad habits, if they are still in us, then Kundalini can really make us crazy. So first we take our time to get to know who we are, what are our good qualities, what are our bad habits, how can we work on ourselves to be the best version at any moment, to experience ourselves as a higher spiritual being, to don't identify anymore with the body, with the mind, to be not so attached to material sexual desires or other desires we have. It's a slowly, gradual process, and then when you're ready, then it will come automatically. It's not so much about endeavoring and practices. But Bhastrika is a very powerful tool. If you're not so experienced with Bhastrika, then always take your time, do a few rounds of Kapalbhati, then practice alternate nostril breathing, at least 5 to 10 breaths, preferably 10-15 minutes. Then practice Bhastrika. After Bhastrika, what I like to do is Surya Bhedana. Sometimes I combine it with Bhastrika. For the sake of the pranayama course, we will separate it. Surya Bhedana means to pierce. Surya means the sun god, the sun energy. So Surya Bhedana means we inhale through the right. Like I mentioned before, you have these two nadis, these energy channels, Pingala and Ida. So we inhale through Pingala Nadi, the right side, the masculine side, the logical side, the fire, the passion, the strength, what comes from the man, represented from the left hemisphere of the brain. So you inhale through the right, then you hold the breath for up to 5 seconds, then you exhale through the left. During Nadi Shodhana or Surya Bhedana, we use Vishnu Mudra, means the ring finger and the forefinger on the thumb fold, and the ring finger, pinky finger together. With the thumb, you close and open the right nostril, and with the other 2 fingers, the left nostril. We're gonna do 10 of these breaths. We inhale, we hold, we exhale through the left. Then again we start right side, left side, hold, left out. There's lots of variations of these techniques. We can combine these techniques, we can use bandhas, energy locks. You will see in the other videos coming up soon. After Surya Bhedana, we feel We see what's happening inside. Then we're gonna practice Sheetali Pranayama, the cooling breath. So we close our teeth like this and place the tongue behind the teeth. And then you inhale through the mouth. Close the mouth, exhale through the nose. We will do 10 to 15 breaths. It's very cooling. So if you have a cold, you don't feel well, you have itchy throat, then don't practice this technique, skip it. But because you created so much heat with the Bhastrika, Kapalabhati, with Surya Bhedana, then it's good to cool down, because it cools down the system, it cools down the mind. It also helps when you're very hungry, when you want to fast, when you don't want to eat so much, when you want to lose weight. You can practice this technique that cools down the digestive fire. And it's also great for hot summer days. If it's very hot and you can't bear the heat, then practice this technique. Also, when you have a fever, you can also practice this technique because it will cool down the fever. But it will take some time. My friend last time practiced, he said he did it for 1 hour and then the fever was gone. Be careful with it. See what you can handle. If it feels right, then go with it. When you feel like, no, actually, I don't feel so comfortable with this technique when I have fever, then please don't practice it. Then we're going to end the session with Bhramari Pranayama. I showed you in the video before. You know the technique. Forefinger, middle finger on your eyelids, ring finger on your nostrils. With the exhalation, you can close the nostrils slightly so you can exhale longer. Pinky finger on the upper lips and you close the auricle. You can inhale with Ujjayi Pranayama. Hold the breath for a moment and then let go with the sound of M. Such a calming technique. Just one breath. Yeah, amazing. Make the sound of M. I usually create but the constant sound. Tongue is on the palate. See with your third eye. Look inside you. At the same time, feel the opening, the vibration in the heart. The pressure of the tongue regulates the vibration in the brain. We're gonna do 2 rounds. After the second round, each round has 5 breaths. After the last round, we sit here and we focus on the breath, on the peace, on the calmness within. Then we have a short meditation and then we close the session. I will say the session will take 30 to 40 minutes. This was a long introduction, but it's very important that you understand these techniques, to know what will expect you, and to really go deep, to focus on the breath. Take your time. You can also do some stretches before to open up the energy system, the blood flow, to center yourself. Otherwise, you just join me now with the spinal breath. It will help you to create some heat, some energy, to focus our breath, focus our mind. Also, one more point I want to mention is Bhramari Pranayama is the king of the pranayamas. Actually, it is said whoever practices will be the king of all yogis, because it really helps you to control your mind, settle down your emotions, to calm down the whole system. It's very, very powerful. If you want to meditate and you have no time, just do a few breaths of Bhramari. Extend the breath as long as you can. It's not about the number, it's about to come to a point where you exhale very long. No pushing, no forcing, let the breath happen. And then you will see how deep you will go with each breath. Okay, I wish you a wonderful pranayama session. Please let me know in the comment section, how was it for you, if you already experienced with other breathwork techniques. Because I have to say, to practice traditional pranayama, it's such a deep, satisfying, nourishing and calming experience. Okay, Find yourself in a comfortable sitting position. I sit on a yoga cushion, looks like a banana. It helps me that my waist is higher than my knees, so I can breathe easier. You can also sit on a chair, whatever feels right for you. Don't lie down because you will fall asleep. The energy can move better. Keep your spine straight, the rest of the body relaxed. A little bit shake it out, open it up. Keep a smile on your lips. We want to smilingly observe the breath with love and joy and fun. No tension, no stress. Pranayama is all about peace and harmony. And then slowly focus on your breath. It's a mind-free zone, so just leave the mind behind. Your thoughts, your thinking, your feelings, your desires. Just focus on the breath. Consciously inhale and exhale. In through the nose and out through the nose. Remember, belly, diaphragm, chest, the belly goes slightly in, then you release in the chest, breathe out, and at the end of the exhalation, suck the belly in slightly, then again you inhale. Like the waves of the ocean coming and going. Now apply Ujjayi Pranayama by contracting the glottis like we learned before. And make a more loud sound, a bit more forceful, to really get in touch. Focus on the 3-step yogic breathing and contract, and with the exhalation as well, contract the glottis and equally inhale, equally exhale. You don't need to count, just feel the breath. If it's like 1-2 seconds more in or out, that's fine. But try to make it as equal as possible. Focus on the breath and then also hold the breath after the inhalation for as long as you comfortably can. You can also try after the exhalation, but don't force yourself. If you hold too long, then it might be difficult to breathe in a rhythmically flowing way. Don't forget to smile, keep your spine straight, rest of the body relaxed. And now make the breath very soft and calm, so that you almost can't hear the breath anymore. Okay, 2 more breaths like this. Last round. And find your own breathing rhythm. In through the nose, out through the nose, no contracting of the glottis. Just breathe normally in your own rhythm. Let's chant the mantra Om 3 times to connect more spiritually, to center ourselves, and really feel the vibration of this sacred sound. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Okay, exhale, arch your back, chest out, hands sliding towards your waist, spinal breath. Exhale, round your spine. Feel each movement, open up the chest, rotate your shoulders, pinch your shoulder blades. Feel also the opening in the buttocks and the hips, how the spine is flexible. It is said a yogi is only that young as its spine is flexible. Feel the movements of the arms, of the hands, the sliding of the thighs, the knees. Activate the body, the energy system, and also focus on the movement within. With the inhalation, the prana flows from the bottom of your spine all the way up to higher centers, and with the exhalation, the prana flows down, deeply root, deeply ground yourself with Mother Earth. Okay, we go deep fast and a bit deeper. And even more faster. Five more. And relax, very slow and gently. Keep on breathing, keep on rotating your spine, opening up, letting go. But very gently and very soft. And even a bit slower. And open your arms, your hands, pinch your shoulder blades with the inhalation. With the exhalation, embrace your heart. One more time, inhale fully, hold the breath for as long as you comfortably can. Feel the opening in the heart center and the chest, in the upper and lower back. Whenever you feel the urge to exhale, just let go of the breath, embrace your heart, and hold again for as long as you can. And release. Find yourself in a comfortable sitting position. Focus on your breath. Feel the opening, the sensations in the body. How the mind is more calm. It's already more easier to breathe. The nostrils and the nadis are more open. And now we're gonna start with our pranayama routine. We do 3 rounds of Kapalabhati. First round 20 breaths, second round 30 breaths, third round 50 breaths. And you just follow my lead. You will hear my in and exhalation, actually my active exhalation, and you just follow my rhythm, okay? First we inhale, then we exhale fully, then again 10% you inhale, and then we're gonna start with Kapalabhati. Okay, take one in and exhalation. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. And go. Exhale, hold the breath. Then you inhale and you hold the breath for as long as you comfortably can. If you know Mula Bandha, you can also apply the root lock. Squeeze the perineum muscle and focus on the third eye. During the whole breathing rhythm, you should focus on the third eye center and pumping all the energy up. Feel the opening in your skull, Kapalabhati, the shining skull breath. When you feel the urge to breathe, just exhale and find your own breathing rhythm. Inhale, exhale, and after the full exhalation, you inhale slightly, and then we're going to do 30 breaths. Inhale, exhale, exhale, hold the breath, squeeze the perineum, focus on the third eye. Hold for as long as you comfortably can. Don't hold too much. Whenever you feel the first urge to breathe, inhale, hold the breath, squeeze the Mula Bandha. Whenever you feel the urge to breathe again, just exhale and focus on your breath. Okay, last round. We're gonna do 50 breaths. Now we're gonna breathe a bit faster. If you can, then you just tune into my breathing rhythm. Inhale, exhale, fully exhale, small inhale, and then 50 breaths. Everything you got. Focus on the third eye and really pump. We're only using the belly. Contract and release the belly. Active exhalation, passive inhalation. Inhale, exhale. And go. Exhale fully, hold the breath. And whenever you feel the urge to breathe in, then inhale slowly and again hold the breath for as long as you comfortably can. And focus on your breath. Feel the opening inside, the warmth in the upper body. Wonderful. Now we're going to do a few rounds of Nadi Shodhana. So we start by inhaling through the left, applying the Vishnu Mudra, ring finger and pinky finger together with the thumb. You close and open your right nostril with the other two, the left. We always start with the left and end with the left. Best is if you inhale for as long as you comfortably can. You hold the breath for up to 3 seconds. Then again you exhale, hold the breath. Inhale, hold the breath, exhale, hold the breath. I will guide you 2-3 rounds and then you continue on your own. Whatever feels right for you. You can count, you can apply a breath hold, you can just breathe without breath hold. Find your own technique. That's the most important. Whatever is most suitable for you, then you do it with love and with appreciation. Okay? Inhale, exhale. Close your right nostril. Exhale fully through the left. Then inhale through the left. Hold the breath. Exhale through the right. Hold the breath. Inhale through the right. Hold the breath. Exhale through the right, for the left. You hold the breath. Again, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Now continue on your own. Inhale for as long as you comfortably can. No force, no pushing. Then hold the breath. Focus on your third eye. Feel within your side. Feel the flow of prana. When you feel the urge to breathe again, then you exhale through the right nostril. And after the exhalation again, you hold the breath for as long as it feels right for you, or you count. See where it goes. See where the flow of prana carries you. Make use of each breath. Focus on the flow of life energy. It's not just that you breathe oxygen, air, vayu. No, you breathe life itself. All this material nature, all the elements, everything is made from the same cosmic prana energy. Focus with the inhalation, doing the breath hold on the third eye. With the exhalation, you're letting go. Find the balance and harmony. Harmonize the masculine, the feminine, the sun and the moon, the heat and the cold, the rational and the emotional. All these aspects of you, find the inner balance. Open up Sushumna Nadi, your main energy channel along your spine, and purify the left and the right side. Find your balance. Make use of each breath. Now what you can do is breathe as soft as possible, very slow and gently, no force, no pushing. Don't breathe so deep anymore. It's more belly breathing, slightly into the chest. When you hold the breath, focus on the peace and calmness within. Don't create tension, just relax your body, keep the spine straight, a smile on your lips. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more rounds. Last round. Wonderful. I know this technique can make tired, but it really helps you to balance your whole system. This is the most important technique. If you can't practice anything else, focus on Nadi Shodhana every day for a couple of minutes. Okay, focus on your breath. And only breathe through the belly, like deep belly breathing, consciously, your awareness focused on the belly area. Now we get ready for Bhastrika, the bellows breath, the breath of fire. 1 second in, 1 second out. Consciously, belly in, belly out. Contract, release, contract, release. And really focus on the movement of the belly. With the exhalation, active. You release and you suck the belly in. Inhale, belly out, like a balloon, like a bellows breath, like a bellows. And focus on the root. Focus on all this energy, all these emotions, all these blockages stuck, especially in the root chakra, in the sacral chakra, and in the solar plexus chakra. Open up the digestive fire, the metabolism, and free yourself from the entanglements of this material, illusory world. Okay, we inhale, exhale, and then we start. We're gonna do 10 breaths for the first round. You follow my lead. Exhale fully, and then go. Exhale, hold the breath for a moment. Again, inhale, hold the breath. You can squeeze the Mula Bandha, the root lock, if you're already familiar with it. And when you feel the urge to breathe again, just release, let go of the breath and focus on your own rhythm. You could see I just burped because gas came out. It's very good for digestion. If you have gas, if you feel bloated. If you practice this before your food, you will live much healthier, much longer, get more nutrition out of your food. Okay, round number 2. We're gonna do 15 breaths. Inhale, exhale, and then let's go together. Exhale, hold the breath, squeeze the Mula Bandha. Inhale and hold the breath, lock the Mula Bandha. And whenever you feel the urge to breathe, exhale and find your own breathing rhythm. Round number 3. We're gonna do 20 breaths. You follow my lead, now a bit faster than before, and make use of each breath. Contract, release, in and out, open up, letting go. Feel the fire within. Inhale, exhale. Exhale, hold the breath, squeeze the perineal muscle. Hold for as long as you can. And you feel the urge to breathe again. Inhale, squeeze to your head and focus on your third eye. And whenever you feel the urge again to breathe, just relax the breathing and focus on within. Now we're gonna cool down the system. Now we created the heat, tapped more in the sympathetic nervous system before we balanced everything with the Nadi Shodhana technique. Alright, first you're gonna do Surya Bhedana, 10 breaths to really open up the fire, the Agni inside to give us more strength and energy. And then we're gonna do the cooling breath. So 10 breaths, Vishnu Mudra, close with the little finger and the ring finger, the left nostril. And this time we only inhale through the right, hold the breath for a short moment, exhale through the left. We're gonna do 10 breaths. I will count for you. You just focus on the breath, focus on the third eye, and feel the energy around the solar plexus chakra opening up and moving all the way up to your higher centers. Inhale, exhale. Close your left nostril, fully exhale through the right. Then inhale through the right. Hold the breath for a moment. Exhale through the left. Close the left nostril. Inhale through the right. Hold the breath. Exhale through the left. Focus on the third eye. Focus on the breath. 3-step yogic breathing. Belly, diaphragm, chest. Continue on your own. Okay, last 2 breaths. One more time. And relax your hands. Focus on the warmth within. Wonderful. Also great technique before you eat, if you're outside in the cold, to heat up the system. Just relax. Now we're gonna do Sheetali Pranayama, 10 breaths by closing the teeth. Mouth is open with the inhalation, Tongue is behind the teeth, and really feel the cold air entering your system. And we exhale through the nose. You can follow my rhythm. Inhale, exhale. And let's go. Four more breaths. Last inhalation. And relax. Feel deeply within you. Focus on the breath. And find the calmness of each in and exhalation. Very soft and gently in and exhalation. No need to breathe deep anymore. Just slow down with each in and with each exhalation. Feel, experience the calmness, how the upward going and downward going breath reverses, merges into complete stillness, till you come to a point where you almost don't breathe anymore. Just let go of the breath. Right now, observe the breath. Be the doer, simultaneously the observer of your own breath. Letting go, giving up the control. Just let the breath happen automatically, like any other day, and consciously Observe the rhythm of the breath, the flow of life, the flow of the Atma, the self. And now we prepare for Bhramari Pranayama to go really deep. We're going to do 2 rounds, each round 5 breaths. Make use of each breath. With the thumb we close the auricle, the ear, with the forefinger, middle finger, the eyelids, just gently, no pressure. With the ring finger, only doing the exhalation, slightly pressure on the nostrils, so you can exhale very soft and calm, and the pinky finger rests on the lips. Tongue is on the palate, just straight up. The pressure of the tongue controls the vibration in the brain. Look within yourself, look into your third eye, and feel the opening in the chest, focusing on the heart center. When thoughts are coming, some desires, whatever it's there, focus on the technique, focus on the breath. Then after 5 breaths, you release, keep your eyes closed, place your hands on your knees, and just feel the peace, the calmness within. This is the natural state of your mind. We inhale with Ujjayi breath by closing the glottis, then we hold the breath for 1-2 seconds, then we exhale very gently the sound of Om, but constantly more like an M. We're going to do 5 breaths each round. After each round, you keep your eyes closed, place your hands on your knees, and feel and hear the vibration after the vibration, the sound after the sound. This will help you to go very deep. Just listen within yourself and feel the opening, feel the space, feel the calmness. This is the natural state of your being, the natural state of your mind, where you can really experience your higher self in the here and now. This is the goal of pranayama, to withdraw the senses, pratyahara, from the outside world, from the objects of the senses. Deeply connect with your heart, open it up. You will see it's a great experience, my favorite technique. Okay, get ready. Inhale, exhale. Then inhale Ujjayi in 5 breaths. Everyone counts for his own. Okay, round number 2. Really bring the awareness to your heart center. Focus on your heart. You will see this goes very deep. And then you breathe into your heart. Connect with yourself. The heart chakra is the place where the soul resides. Also the super soul, the divine being. By breathing in the right manner, focusing on the heart, you can access higher dimensions of yourself. Break the layers, the shackles of material bondage, and experience your true self, the Atman. And then you will be in flow of life, body, mind and soul. Okay, 5 breaths, inhale, exhale, and then you start with Ujjayi breath, and then 5 Bhramari Pranayamas. Okay, slowly rub your hands together, make them nice and warm, and place them on your heart center in the middle of your chest. And then we're gonna chant the mantra Om 3 times. We inhale. And now bring your hands like prayer positions in front of your chest. And fitting to our ancient pranayama practice, we chant also very ancient mantra. The mantra is called Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And just try to repeat. This mantra means we offer our respect, our gratitude towards the supreme living entity who illuminates this whole creation with life. Inhale. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Rub your hands together, make them nice and warm, and place them over your eyelids and over your forehead. And deeply look within yourself. What do you see? What do you feel? Just connect the body, the mind, and feel the spaciousness and the calm within. Just slowly massage your eyelids, your forehead, your skull, your face muscles around the temples, the ears, the neck, the shoulders, very important, the shoulders, the upper back and the lower back, on the side of the ribs, all the way up, massage your chest, the abdominal area, under the armpits, massage both arms, inside, outside, the lower arms, the upper arms, each point, the hands, the fingers, on both sides, the sitting muscles around the waist, the thighs, the knees, the shin, the calves. And then you end with the feet. especially the soles and the heels with the thumb. Ground yourself and each toe. Thank you for breathing with me. This session took a bit longer than I planned, but I really wanted you to understand how pranayama works, how to practice the techniques, to have some understanding also why we practice. There's of course more techniques about pranayama, but these techniques, they're very sublime. Everything you need you will find in these techniques. You can practice them separately or you combine them. It's a very great way to get in touch with your inner source. If you want to become a great yogi, if you want to master meditation, master your mind, experience yourself as pure consciousness, then practice pranayama like the yogis did for so many years. Many scriptures describing the practice of pranayama and all these saintly personalities, they all used the breath, the life force, the energy surrounding us to enlighten themselves and to share this power, this source with others. Tomorrow we will do some more modern breath work. Of course it comes from the pranayama techniques, but some Wim Hof breathing, strong yogic breathing to really open up the energy system, to feel more kind of a high, to experience the power of breathing, of hyperventilating, to reduce the carbon dioxide exchange with the O2, and it's a really nice way to keep yourself strong and energized and to prepare for deeper pranayama sessions. And then you can compare also what is better, what you like more. Maybe you take a few techniques from the breathwork techniques, some you like more from the pranayama techniques. Find your own path. Don't just follow. This is the only way. Find your way, what you need the most, what you like the most, and then combine it in your life. On the 5th day, I will talk about the bandhas, the energy locks, and I will show you a few variations of all the techniques we learned so far. Day 6 and 7, we will have 2 very nice and long pranayama sessions. I will not talk much. We will get right into the practice, and at least for 1 hour we will breathe very deeply. We will use certain techniques, and then we always try to really focus on the breath. Let everything happen, let everything settle, and center deeply within. If you think these videos can help your friends, your family, your loved ones, please share it with them. This knowledge about the breath, about the mind, is so important for us to be healthy, to be happy, to be energized, and to just live in the flow of the life. Om Tat Sat. See you tomorrow.